Hello everybody, my name is Ronnie Kovach, and for over 20 years I have been a well-known voice throughout the recreational sport fishing industry. Through my popular television and radio shows, I have been an educator and trainer to literally millions of people in my audiences. I have also successfully promoted the very top of the line products in the sport fishing and recreational marketplace. I've also written 5 best-selling books on the theory and practice of angling, stressing planetary stewardship and prudent conservation. Many times I'm the recognized voice for many of these products and services. I've also been the noted speaker to groups large and small, literally all over the world. So as you take a few minutes to review this short video, I'd like you to consider me, have me as the voice, the spokesman, and the educator for your product, concept, services, or idea. Hi everybody, isn't this exciting? Yes. Thank you. I've been very blessed to kind of live every man's dream. I'm a professional adventurer, and I have literally traveled all over the world, taking over 30,000 people on marvelous adventures. And one of the the mystical creatures that I've encountered, and I remember seeing this once in the jungles of the Amazon, was an incredible monarch butterfly. And they make this migration from, all the way from the north through the south here in Southern California, all the way down to Mexico, and even further into Central and South America. In some traditions, the butterfly is seen as the creature that symbolizes transformation or change, because they go through this process called metamorphosis. I'd like you to close your eyes for give me about 5 seconds here, and just imagine, again, what that monarch butterfly looks like, that beautiful yellow and black color, and it's kind of soaring, and it's effortless, and it just kind of goes through this incredible journey, kind of like we can possibly do through our own incredible journeys. But now as we come back, we have to get down and sort of look at what this butterfly has gone through to get to that place of immense liberation and freedom. That butterfly starts out as a caterpillar. And like many of us, as sort of caterpillars in the past, we just kind of hung on to a particular leaf or a tree or a plant, and we kind of just ate and ate and ate until we got fat and sassy, and we didn't have to move too fast. We're kind of like caterpillars and just kind of hung out slowly and just kind of feeding and feeding and feeding. But then all of a sudden, that caterpillar goes through something that is shocking, at least on the surface. It begins to change. It goes into this thing called a chrysalis or a cocoon, and that cocoon is very, very hard. Now, initially, people thought, the scientists that study these insects thought that was a resting place for that caterpillar. In reality, it's not. Now, we can go into those similar cocoons and these seemingly resting places, and what we don't realize is that those resting places are also very, very dark. Very, very, very dark. But in that cocoon, as we now know, the caterpillar begins to literally disintegrate. Totally disintegrate. It's no longer a caterpillar. There's no more caterpillar nests in that creature anymore. It's in this primordial goo, and in that primordial goo are the innate cells of what that caterpillar was meant to be, but it's got to go through this hardness and this darkness and this separation of what it once was to get to that point. Cells like new legs, cells like wings, cells like different antennas, cells like the prescription or the manual how to fly and no longer just crunch on these little leaves anymore. Well, you see, many of us have gone through this cocoon stage, whether we have to go into this darkness and this hardness and this chaos of the cocoon, where a lot of things are actually going on. And by the way, the word for chaos, when it's translated in the Chinese character, actually means a seeding, an opportunity for change. So in that cocoon, it's not a resting place, it's a place of a lot of activity where things are really going on, and a lot of it seems so crazy because we may have changed our positions in the economy. We may have lost a relationship. We may have the onset of illness. We may have all kinds of things that are forcing us to go into this cocoon, into this chrysalis of hardness and darkness, and yet we don't understand that it's in that cocoon that the basic seminal seeds, the genetic makeup for transformation rest. And what I do is I'm like a modern-day butterfly collector. I love collecting butterflies because so many men and women, people come to me, they say, I'm in that darkness of the cocoon. Let's find out what it is. Well, remember when I told you that the cocoon, they thought that the butterfly, before it actually emerged into that wonderful creature, was in that cocoon, and they thought that the caterpillar was just resting there? Well, no, it's not resting there. It's, again, changing. And that's where I want you to see that that is just a story, the story of just resting there. In reality, the truth is that all the seeds, all the genes, all the new cells for transformation are right there beginning to go into that process. So when you come to hear me talk, when you listen to me in my workshops, and they're no longer workshops, they're experiences in consciousness, in shifts and change and transformation, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you tap into those genes that you have, those primordial cells that are in your darkness. I'm going to let you mine and prospect into that darkness as deep as you want to go to realize that there's light from that chrysalis. I'm going to teach you how to not just survive, but to thrive and to be the true liberated monarch butterfly that you deserve in your life right here, right now. All the fluff and all the layers in the presentations that you would have made years ago, you might as well throw them out the window. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. If you manufacture a product, if you have a service, if you're part of a charity, a philanthropic organization, a civic group, a religious group, and if you believe that I can be of service to promote, educate, help endorse, and brand what you are indeed promoting to the population across the globe, then here's how you can reach me.